Okay, so this is a pulse reading that they do in traditional Chinese medicine and also Ayurvedic medicine, which is the medicine from India. So in Western medicine, we just use like a 1 point, and then this is always a cardiovascular test.
Right.
But this is a multi-organ test, and so there's 3 spots superficial and then 3 spots deep, and each spot relates to an organ and also a meridian in the human body. And so on the superficial layer, it goes large intestine, stomach, adrenal glands over here. Then when we go to the deep layer, it's lung, spleen, and the organs of reproduction over here. So we'll start off with a push here on the superficial. Good, actually nice and steady. Very evenly distributed through the 3 fingers here. You have a lot of balance. You do, I do. I get a lot of earthiness from you and a lot of fireness at this, a lot of fiery at the same time. You're definitely a dominant personality. You have a lot of fire pulse here. You have the dominant alpha toe down there. You're not going to work for anybody else for very long, for sure. You're going to have to run your own thing. I got a lot of earthiness too here. If I had to guess, I'd probably say you were like a Virgo or a Taurus.
Yeah, I'm a Virgo, yeah. Spot on.
Yeah. Sometimes. Okay, so very steady rhythm, very evenly distributed. Your stomach pulse, the fire pulse is healthy. Okay, so I've got some questions there. Did you have the
It was I was probably around like 13 to 15.
Okay. When did the stomach problems start?
I mean...
Did you have them before that?
No.
Okay. High school?
Yeah, it was definitely when I was around 15, 16.
The small intestine is definitely working a little bit harder and is under a little bit of distress. So like what I would say is I'm going to show you some cleanses with some bentonite clay to help pull some toxins, purify the blood in your digestive system and your digestive cells. And then over here, adrenal gland, you said you have some fatigue?
Yeah.
That's the iron though, probably.
Yeah.
It's not your adrenal gland. I'm okay with your adrenal gland pulse over here. Okay, I'm going to push down to the deep layer. Okay, there is a little bit of a diminished pulse in the lung. Did you ever get diagnosed with asthma or anything?
No.
You said you had some sinus stuff going on though? Sinus infections, sinus headaches?
Yeah.
Okay, also, okay, what else can happen in the lung there? What were we talking about? Who's your...
My dad had a double lung transplant.
Okay.
He had COPD and something else.
Was he a smoker?
When he was younger, but he was diagnosed with, I think it was Hep C when I was born, and like underwent some like treatment, and they always kind of thought like maybe it was like an unknown side effect because it was just like in the like trials of the drug he was taking.
Mm-hmm.
So they never really knew like what caused.
Okay, reproductive system here. This pulse on the reproductive system is a little fast. First of all, do you take birth control?
No.
Okay, so do you have a regular period? Does it come every 27 days?
For the most part, sometimes it just skips a month, and then it comes back the exact same time the next month.
Okay, skips a month, okay. Okay, that could also be part of the anemia. So
yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, so we've got some things happening with the blood, and the blood is a connective tissue. So some blood fortifying vitamins and herbs is what I'm thinking about. Okay, we'll get to that. Okay, left side superficial layer goes like this: small intestine, gallbladder, urinary bladder. Then deep layer goes kidney, liver, heart. So let's do the superficial layer too. Good, again, evenly distributed here. Urinary bladder maybe a little bit. Urinary bladder is slightly decreased. Do you ever have urinary tract infections?
All the time.
Your stomach agrees. But the small intestine here, I said large intestine on the, I said small intestine on the other side under distress, but it was actually the large. This is the small intestine. The small intestine here is perfect. But let's go to the deep layer: kidney, liver, heart. Kidney and liver very strong. Okay, so with the P.O.T.S, I can conclude like with this pulse is diminished, not by a lot, it's slight, and so the P.O.T.S is a situational thing. So it all depends on, you know, if you're laying down and then if you get up. And then there's like an inappropriate response. Your heart doesn't respond appropriately to that. And then the esophagus. I think that it feels like the energy of your heart is healthy. You know, the pulse is good. Even from a Western standpoint, your pulse is good here. You wore a heart monitor, right?
Yeah.
So really what's happening is like there's certain situations where your heart does not respond appropriately, and that can be caused by a toxicity. One more read. Okay, we're just going to go down to the deepest layer and then come back one. You know, 1, 2, 3. So, you know what the chakras are?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's your solar plexus right here. This is all the energy that's traveling up and down through your body, all the way up to the heavens, all the way down through to the heavens. Your place right now, what you're working on, the part of your journey that you're in, is exercising your willpower. You're already a pretty powerful person. You make it happen. Look at Logan. You made that happen. Like, yeah, his relationship will end. And he will be mine. No, seriously, it's legit. You're like Disney, straight up Disney evil villain. But that's the universe showing you that, you know, whatever you want, you'll get. Be careful what you ask for always, because, you know, we can get greedy and then we ask for things and the universe is like, here you go. And you weren't that specific, so I made some modifications to your request. And you're like, wait a minute. But overall, you know, you've got a good balance of all of the elements: earth, fire, air, and water. You're doing good. I'm just going to write down some herbs for some medicine for you, and then I think that should help you feel better.
Awesome.
Okay, thanks very much for letting me adjust today.
Thank you.